Let's talk about depression. It's an odd topic, but poetry is my means of expression, so let's reject this verbal oppression and address something taboo. Let's talk about suicide. We've been told it's something to hide, that it's not welcome in polite company, but it happens. Not like shit happens or like life goes on, because it doesn't. A life is ended, and milestones are missed, and loved ones are just left to reminisce. So let's dispense with these myths. Let's be honest about mental illness. See, media doesn't tell you everything you need to know. The media isn't honest. It doesn't show the nitty-gritty, the not-so-pretty side of being depressed. We see young girls, well-dressed with the vendettas out on their ex, who keep a collection of scars in the places that show best. It's an obvious cry for help, and eventually the Prince Charming comes along and saves them. Or we see gifts of self-harm, as if scars were gifts to sell charm, and teens play games of whose is bigger, ignore the trigger, glorify the pain, and what remains? A generation that romanticizes depression, thinks suffering is tragic, and that happy endings come by magic because someone will kiss your scars and we'll all be fine. Martyrdom is divine, so enjoy your decline into depression. The truth is, it's not beautiful. Truth is, it isn't deep. It's not enlightening. There's hardly ever any silver lining, and you won't always come out better on the other side than when you went in, and sometimes your feelings will go unnoticed and your thoughts unexpressed. The truth is, there are things no one will tell you about being depressed, like how it feels to wake up in the morning and wish you hadn't. Or see people that once made you smile and instead be saddened, like how your friends and family will say all the wrong things at all the wrong times and you won't have the heart to tell them to stop. Or how you won't have the heart at all, how it feels to not want to feel and how surreal it is. How much you learn about yourself, how far you're willing to go to stop the pain, and how people will look at you in disdain, claiming depression isn't a real disease and you should just stop moping, how quickly you can give up hoping and how lonely it can be. Truth is, being depressed isn't easy. Truth is, there's nothing fun about being done with life, being so far gone that death seems like the only viable option. There's no question about it. Suffering isn't pretty. Pain is not to be romanticized and scars ought not to be glorified, but depression isn't something we should hide. We shouldn't turn our eyes from suicides and pretend they never happened. We should acknowledge when people are hurting instead of diverting conversations to idle occupations because we think only weak minds succumb and every challenge is easily overcome and it's easier to just be numb, but our society is aching. Our families are shaking. Our children are crying themselves to sleep and no one cares to notice. We've buried our mental health under inaccurate self-diagnoses and we self-medicate with alcohol and drugs and sex and everything to keep us moving to the next moment, but that's not living. That's not forgiving. That's not acknowledging that sometimes we hurt and sometimes we fail, and that's okay. Depression shouldn't be taboo. It happened to me and it can happen to you, so don't let your shame keep you from speaking up about your pain, because it damn near cost me my life. 7/7/14. Today I almost died but didn't. So I will use my platform of expression and excuse my indiscretion, but let's talk about depression.